Now, in Pakistan, the Supreme Court will begin hearing a corruption case against Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. In the 1990s, Sharif was dismissed from office by the president for corruption, and this time it could be the Panama Papers that unseat him. Sharif's 3 children are named in the Panama Papers. His family owns properties in London through offshore accounts. Now, judicial investigators have ruled the family accumulated wealth that exceeded their reported earnings. Sharif's family has denied any wrongdoing and says its money was acquired legally. Sharif's daughter denies even owning the London properties. Documents from her allegedly date back to 2006 and show she is a trustee of the properties, not an owner. But those documents are written in a font called Calibri, which was not commercially available until 2007. Now, as a result, the scandal has earned the name Fontgate. Well, journalist Kamran Yousaf is following the story for us from Islamabad. He joins us now live. Hi, Kamran. Has anything come out of the proceedings so far today?
Well, right now I am in front of the Supreme Court of Pakistan, where the high-profile case involving the ruling family and Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif have been adjourned until tomorrow. What happened in over 4-hour-long proceeding today? Both sides presented their preliminary arguments in the wake of last week's findings of the joint investigation team, which found Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and his family guilty of concealing their actual wealth and offshore assets. The petitioner's lawyer, the opposition's lawyer, basically said that the findings of the joint investigation team in fact vindicated their position that the Prime Minister has hidden his offshore wealth and actual wealth. And based on that report, the Supreme Court must disqualify and remove Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. On the other hand, the government's lawyer or the Prime Minister's lawyer have also presented his arguments and in fact submitted a written reply before the Supreme Court of Pakistan, raising all kinds of questions, particularly the legal questions regarding the formation of this entire joint investigation team and also its findings. Prime Minister, through his lawyer, in fact, informed the Supreme Court that this JIT report is just an eyewash, and the members actually delivered their findings based on the premeditated mindset to malign and implicate his family and himself in any wrongdoing. Now the court will examine the arguments from the both sides and then will come up with some kind of conclusion. But this case will continue even until tomorrow.
I mean, are you getting any indication, Kamran, about which way the court might actually rule here?
Well, it is very difficult to judge at this point in time. Even the judges who were hearing this case today were very cautious. In fact, one of the judges has observed that the findings of this joint investigation team are not binding on the Supreme Court of Pakistan. This means that the Supreme Court will have to examine each evidence and the document that was presented before them by the joint investigation team, whether that can stand the judicial scrutiny, because after all, a Supreme Court is not a trial court. Based on these evidence, based on these evidence, the Supreme Court will have to decide that whether these cases should be transferred or referred to the anti-corruption court. And even one of the judges also questioned that those documents can be admissible. So this is the main question, but saying that which way this case will go, it is very difficult to predict at this point in time.
Okay. Kamran Yousaf joining us there from Islamabad. Thanks so much for that.